Hi, I'm Nicole Matos, and I'm the author of Oxidane. I was just going to talk a little bit about how I actually put the book together. For me, putting the book together as a chapbook was really easy because I had a definite narrative arc. I knew as I wrote the book that I wanted to write about a modern day feral child. So I wanted to write about a child who wasn't parented. And I knew I had these two other characters, these two girls that were going to do their best to parent this feral child. And then it took me a little longer to figure out, what actually happens during the course of the book, that she comes up with a mythology that she's a drowned child that had drowned in the ice, and asks them to put her back, which becomes a sort of ambiguous suicide or ambiguous saving, depending on whether you want to believe her mythology. So I knew that that was going to be the arc and that the chapbook should span that particular story. Things that kind of I use to hold the book together. The title of the book, Oxidane, comes from the chemical term for water. I saw a funny meme about how, sort of making fun of those public service announcements about dangerous things. And so the meme said, Oxidane, it's corrosive to metal. It causes you to stop breathing. It makes your skin fall off if you spend too much time in it. And of course, the joke being that if you actually look up Oxidane, it's just water. But I wanted that sense of like an everyday object that was also dangerous. That was something that I was going for. And then I also knew that I wanted the section breaks to break down into unlucky 13, both times. So I kind of pictured the structure as a 2-act structure that would break down into 2 13s. And that's indeed the way that I wrote the piece. And then finally, I think holding it all together was the season of winter. I really pictured the book as a winter book, in much the same way as Shakespeare's Winter Tale or John Steinbeck's The Winter of Our Discontent, or, any number, maybe The Ice Queen, the mythology there, the fairy tale. But I knew that I wanted the book to be set in winter. So there are some interior scenes, but as we get deeper and deeper in the outside and closer to the ice, the weather gets colder. And that was something that was important for me in terms of putting the book together. So I guess that's my short version of, how the individual poems became a chapbook. And I hope that helps you as you think about your own poetic form.